Julius Caesar forged his legacy not only with swords, but with ingenious walls and bridges that defied nature itself. His master tactics, where every battle was fought not only on the field, but also in the structures Caesar erected to defy fate. In the dusty pages of history, stands a strategic colossus that changed the course of the Roman Empire with an unmatched blend of cunning and courage. Facing seemingly insurmountable challenges, this military genius transcended the limitations of his time to carve his name into the annals of war. Let's delve into the tactical intrigues and master constructions that forged the legacy of the man who defied the gods. Welcome to the Diary of History. Subscribe! Julius Caesar, known for his prowess on the battlefield, left a trail of tactical victories and innovative strategies that still reverberate in modern military manuals. His genius was not limited simply to brute force, but manifested itself in the sagacity with which he manipulated the elements of combat. The siege of Alesia in 52 BC is a living testimony to Caesar's military cunning. Faced with an enemy superior in numbers, he built a double wall, one facing the external enemy and the other facing the inhabitants of the city. This innovative tactical approach ensured that his troops were protected from external attacks while maintaining his internal siege. The effectiveness of this strategy is reflected in Caesar's final victory over Vercingetorix. At the Battle of Alesia, Caesar faced the difficult task of besieging the Gallic fortress without being attacked from the outside. His ingenious solution was the construction of a double siege ring, a wall facing the external enemy and another protecting his own forces from possible counterattacks from the city. This tactical display allowed Caesar to maintain control of the situation, cutting off any possibility of reinforcements or supplies for the Gauls and ensuring their ultimate victory. To besiege Alesia, Caesar didn't just settle for a simple wall. He constructed two concentric rings, each with a specific function. The former, facing the enemy without, was equipped with siege towers and moats to deter any rescue attempts. The second ring, which protected his troops from internal counterattacks, was designed with palisades and defensive ditches. This double barrier not only secured the encirclement of the city, but also protected its own forces from tactical surprises. In 55 BC, facing the Germanic tribe of the Suebi, Caesar demonstrated his ability to surprise his enemies. In a bold move, he built a bridge over the Rhine in just 10 days, showcasing not only his military skill but also his ability to keep his troops in a constant state of alert. This demonstration of tactical engineering baffled the Germans and ensured Roman victory. In his campaign against the Suebi, Caesar faced the challenge of crossing the Rhine to confront the Germanic tribes. Without hesitation, he ordered the construction of a floating bridge in just 10 days. This feat not only demonstrated the logistical prowess of his troops, but also completely baffled the Germans, who did not expect the Roman army to act so quickly and efficiently. The construction of the bridge over the Rhine was an impressive logistical feat. Caesar mobilized his engineers and soldiers to build a large-span floating bridge in record time. Using wooden pillars, crossbars and planks, they achieved a structure robust enough to withstand the constant passage of troops. This bridge not only facilitated the army's crossing, but also psychologically destabilized the Germans, who did not expect the Romans to cross the formidable river with such cunning and efficiency. In 52 BC, during the Gallic War, Caesar faced the challenge of besieging the city of Gergovia, defended by the Arvan leader Vercingetorix. Despite suffering a tactical defeat, Caesar demonstrated his ability to adapt and learn from his mistakes. This temporary setback only served to strengthen their resolve and refine their future strategies. In the siege of Gergovia, Caesar faced a tactical setback, but instead of surrendering, he adapted his strategy. Recognizing the importance of flexibility, he adjusted his tactics and managed to recover in subsequent battles. This episode highlights not only his early tactical genius, but also his ability to learn from mistakes and evolve strategically. Despite the initial tactical defeat at Gergovia, Caesar demonstrated his ability to adapt and learn. In addition to adjusting his tactics, he built siege towers and ramps to overcome the Gallic walls. These structures allowed his troops to safely approach enemy defenses, transforming the siege into an engineering war where creativity and adaptability were critical. Caesar even innovated in military engineering. During the siege of Uxellodunum in 51 BC, he faced resistance from the Gauls by building mobile towers that allowed his troops to storm enemy walls. This technique not only showcased his tactical vision but also his ability to overcome logistical challenges on the battlefield. During the siege of Uxellodunum, Caesar faced resistance from Gallic forces. His answer was the construction of mobile towers, a tactical innovation that allowed him to storm enemy walls effectively. These towers provided a raised platform from which his troops could launch surprise attacks, demonstrating once again Caesar's ability to employ creative solutions on the battlefield. At the siege of Uxellodunum, Caesar innovated once again with the construction of mobile towers. These structures, mounted on wheels, not only provided strategic height for his troops, but also served as mobile attack platforms. Each tower was equipped with battering rams and catapults, allowing Caesar's forces to breach the city walls and control the narrative of the conflict from above. The famous crossing of the Rubicon in 49 BC illustrates Caesar's bold decision-making. By crossing this small river, violating Roman laws that forbade generals to enter Italy with an army, Caesar ushered in a civil war against Pompey. This bold, if risky, move underscores their willingness to defy convention to achieve their goals. The Battle of Pharsalus in 48 BC was a decisive confrontation between Caesar and Pompey, both giants of ancient Rome. Caesar's tactics in this conflict were masterful. Despite being outnumbered, Caesar took advantage of the tactical indiscipline of Pompey's forces. Using the wedge formation, he managed to break through enemy lines and secured a victory that would change the course of Roman history. At the Battle of Pharsalus, Caesar found himself in an unfavorable strategic position. However, his tactical genius shone through the implementation of wedge formation. This military disposition allowed him to break through enemy lines, causing confusion and disorganization among Pompey's forces. The resulting victory was a masterclass in how well-executed tactics can overcome the enemy's numerical superiority. In Pharsalus, Caesar masterfully deployed the wedge formation. But beyond military tactics, its success was due to the construction of strategic terrain. Caesar carefully chose the site of the battle, taking advantage of the topography to hinder the advance of Pompey's forces. The choice of terrain became a natural infrastructure that played a crucial role in the Roman victory. Julius Caesar's military genius lay not only in his ability to command troops in the heat of battle, but also in his ability to devise innovative strategies and bold tactics. Through the construction of walls, bridges, and the use of advanced formations, Caesar left a legacy that continues to be studied and admired today. His ability to think beyond convention and adapt to challenging circumstances elevates him as an eternal icon of the art of war. Now tell me, did you know this tactical strategy of Julius Caesar on the battlefields? Let me know in the comments. If you want to know more about Julius Caesar, don't miss this video here. It's worth watching. And if you don't want to miss out on any more stories like this, subscribe.